I'm staying with Erin, this beautiful woman that I've connected with intimately over the phone, but never met in person. And so I'm staying with her. This is her beautiful porch, and she just published a book called Remember These Are Just Bodies. And when I got here, she had just received her first copies and gave me one. And I just started it, and it's so beautifully written, and her story is so deep and rich. That feels really blessed. And then the spirit of the bee came in. She found another bee carcass. Bee, the community, the hive, the sweetness that comes through connection and dedication and abundance. And so a few days before I was leaving for this journey, I offered this ritual performance of the sun and moon making love, the first story of the trilogy, Timeless Stories for the End of Time. And I was like, why was I guided to do this? Like, right when I'm preparing to leave. But my family came, and it was the first time my parents have seen me perform, even though I've been doing this for like 10 years. So I was very excited, and I just, I used AI to like translate the story so they could really get it deeply. And I think I was hoping that, they would receive the medicine of the story and feel seen and moved and proud of me. And instead they ended up being 20 minutes late because of a navigation problem, and they fought. And so after the performance, although my dad did say this was very professional, complimented Tony's skills and said that he wished, it's too bad there's not more people. Like he feels like I should be seen, it should be appreciated by more people. I was like, thank you, that's a compliment. But yeah, after the performance, I talked to my mom, and she was like furious with my dad. And then I talked to my dad, and he, brought up what was going on. And it made it clear to me that whatever inner child part of me is like hoping and expecting my parents to like fully see me, or that they're just might not be ready or in a place to do that, and it's not personal, and to let that go with love. So, but then the next day, my mom felt rage. I've never experienced her like that, and where she actually felt like she said she could understand how people like domestic abuse, or she said she felt completely out of control, and that if she had a weapon, she feels like she would have used it. And this is like so unlike my mom. And so this part of me was like, what is happening? But then I realized they are receiving the medicine of my story. In the story, the moon feels like alone and unloved and helpless, and it's through being still and being held by Mother Earth and feeling all of her feelings that she remembers the truth. So I think that's what maybe my parents are going through. So the hearts that they both picked Rise. And in the story, the earth sings a lullaby to the moon that says, it's time to rise and meet your star, face your destiny. And one of the paintings that goes with that story is of a condor, and it says it's time to rise. And I want to weave feathers into the wings that have been blessed and hold the dreams of people I've connected with along the way. So at that performance, I had the 10 people there bless the feathers with their prayers. And when I collect enough, probably about 1,000, it's a big painting, that painting will be complete, and we'll rise together.